Hello, happy people, and welcome back to another episode of 65 and Counting. I'm your host, Adam Fry. I'm a certified Medicare planner, and I'm here to ask the important questions that you want answered by industry professionals. This show is for everyone and anyone coming up on that important milestone of 65 years old. That means retirement, it means Medicare eligibility, or it means that you're just plain interested in the world of retirement planning. Whatever it is, on this show you'll hear from the people that know it best. Welcome back, everyone. I am so excited for today's episode. We've got Kyle Jacobs on the show to interview with me for another Advisor Spotlight. Kyle's new to American Retirement Advisors. He's been here for about a year, and I'm so excited to get to know him a little bit better, see what makes him tick, and how he wound up at American Retirement Advisors. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and play that interview with Kyle Jacobs. And here he is, everyone. It's Kyle Jacobs. Kyle, I'm so happy you could come on the show today. How are you doing?
It's my pleasure, Adam. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have a conversation with you today. And hey, it's almost Christmas time, so it's an exciting time, right?
Almost. And I always ask all my guests this just because of the way this year is going. How's 2020 treating you? How are you quarantining? What steps are you taking to stay healthy?
Gosh, 2020, it's the year that shouldn't have existed, right? So it's the year that everybody says. I had a client the other day that said, hey, you know, we're all moving our birthdays a year in the future because 2020 didn't exist.
Well, never happened.
It didn't happen, not at all.
Forget about it.
We were supposed to go anywhere for Thanksgiving. Now Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa are all canceled, right? Nobody's doing nothing. So, we've kind of experienced 2020 the way that I think most people have, right? So in January, February, and March, it was kind of a non-existent thing. It existed only in China, and nobody really cared about it here. I mean, I know we celebrated my birthday in March, and we went out to dinner, and there was no question. But all of a sudden, come April, and we're running out of toilet paper in the stores, right? We're having
it seems like it happened overnight. But Kyle, I want everybody to kind of know who you are. You're one of our newest advisors here, and like most of us, I know it's AEP right now, but I remember when you came on last AEP, ready to go, thinking, okay, I'll do a few months and help some clients and help out American Retirement Advisors. And now you're here to stay. Can you tell us a little bit about what that was like?
Yeah, getting kind of thrown on board a week before AEP, it was, David Schaefer came to me and said, hey, you're young, you don't need to sleep, you can come help us out, right? And I said, all right, what do I need to do? And it was, all right, go get your license and jump on board. We're going to take you through everything. And, jumping into the deep end feet first is kind of my MO. So I'm more than happy to jump in and help people and get them taken care of.
Yeah, and I mean, like we've talked about on this show before, I mean, almost everybody comes on and they think they're coming on for just those 2 months to help us with AEP, and then they're here forever. And let's get to know you a little bit better. Tell me a little bit about your life, your friends, your family. Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I don't fortunately have a lot of time for hobbies. So before I came on to American Retirement Advisors, I hold my real estate license as well here in Arizona. So not only do I run my small boutique real estate team, but I'm here as a full-time advisor. So that takes up a big chunk of the day. But beyond that, beyond helping clients and helping everybody here, my wife and I, we love to travel. We do yoga quite often. We'll go out, do movies, music, do all those different things.
Love Disneyland almost as much as I do, maybe even more.
See, here's the difference, my friend. You're not married yet, and I got married at Disneyland, okay? So I think I still wear the crown of the Disneyland king, okay?
Okay, you win Disney.
Now, Star Wars, you can have all day long. That's your gambit.
That's me. That one is all me. And you talked a little bit about your wife, which kind of brings me to my next question. We're a very family-oriented business, and I know your wife's not here, but do you have any other family members, maybe some common relatives now that might be working here?
Well, we've been family for a long time. David Edge has been David Schaefer's, senior advisor and partner here for the last over a decade now, and David Edge is actually my wife's father, so he makes it my father-in-law, right? So one of the reasons why I've been so close to American Advisors, kind of in the shadows for a long time, and then when David Schaefer said he needed some help, that's kind of what got me finally over the hump to get here. We're all one big family. Everybody's connected to somebody somehow through some relationship. It's, it's not 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon, it's 5 degrees of David Schaefer.
Yeah, I can agree with that one. And yeah, I'm on the phones and I'm booking appointments, and I'll have people call in, clients of David Edge's, and say, oh, well, we met with his son-in-law last time and we loved him. So that's great. And I know you guys work together very well, and you're able to support him when he needs a little bit of extra help, and he supports you. And it's very nice to see family working together. As you know, my dad is here, and everybody's father, son, brother, sister. It's a great environment to be in. Family.
Well, it's an interesting environment, Adam, because so many people will use the word nepotism, right? You hear that ugly word a lot of the times in politics and across the world, but for us here, really working as a family works out well, because if we yell and scream at each other over something, we all go home still happy with each other, right? And at the end of the day, it's from our hearts that we just want to help people.
How rough a day was. After work, we're sitting at the dinner table eating spaghetti, acting like we had a great day.
Exactly, Yeah. So we got a cool little environment, and it's a great family that David Schaefer has really built here, and created such an amazing company that we're able to just help people. At the end of the day, that's what it's really all about.
Right, and I know you kind of mentioned it a little bit already, but you were helping people before this. What were you doing before you started working with Medicare and retirement income planning and all of that here at American Retirement Advisors?
Yeah, so I've always been kind of a gung-ho guy, right? I've always been running as quick as I can, as fast as I can for my entire life, right? So I started out my career really running the North Scottsdale Chamber of Commerce. After that, I moved into real estate, where I was able to help people. I went from growing their businesses to helping them find that forever home. And now transitioning into American Retirement Advisors really was just a great transition, because not only does it allow me to continue to help my clients, but I was already helping all of American Retirement's clients for their real estate needs. Now I'm able to not only help them with their real estate needs, but all of their retirement needs, whether it's for their health care, their retirement income planning, their estate planning, or their long-term care planning. Because no matter what it is, whether we do it or we don't do it, we either take care of it for them, or we know the people that are going to get it taken care of for them.
Right. And what would you say motivates you most to do what you do here at American Retirement Advisors?
So my passion, and it's been my passion for as long as I can remember, really comes down to the fact of helping people, right? When I have a client that sits in front of me and they tell me how they were wronged and put on the wrong plan and bamboozled into something, it just really hurts my heart, because it really does. I don't feel that anybody ever should be taken advantage of, so it's one of those things that I want to make sure that everybody is on the most appropriate plan for them, because it really has nothing to do with who's going to sell you what they want, right? Whether it be a house, Medicare, long-term care, or financial. It's not about selling them anything. It's about providing them the opportunity to make that educated decision about exactly what they're going to want and how they're going to want to run their life and lifestyle, no matter what time of life they're in.
Right, and sometimes that can be very challenging. What would you say would be the most challenging thing about what you do, and then what do you do to deal with those challenges?
So personally, I think one of the most difficult items when it comes to any of the things that we do is really dispelling the myths and rumors that people hear all the time, right? So everybody tells you, oh, Medicare is so complicated, right? That there are hundreds of thousands of different options. And we've kind of laid it out for people that realistically, when it comes to Medicare, there's only those 5 options, right? So really the 1, 2, 3 easy method to making all of these items 1, 2, 3 easy really helps to dispel the myths and rumors and all the things that you hear from your friends or families or doctor's offices, or heck, even the people on TV that are all trying to get you to buy something, right? Because it's not about buying anything, it's about being able to make the right choice.
Absolutely, yeah. And those commercials on TV, I can see they confuse a lot of people. I have 1 or 2 people every day that just have all kinds of questions and a complete misunderstanding because of what we see on the TV. And it is very challenging to dispel those myths and kind of lay out, okay, this is what it actually is. It's a lot more simple. I have to tell people, you might be just overthinking it a little bit. Rest easy. Here's what's going on. And that's how I deal with those challenges as well. And it can be very rewarding once you've completed a challenge, and you've gotten past it, what would you say is the most rewarding thing about what you do here at American Retirement Advisors?
Well, again, kind of it comes down to that fact of being able to help people, right? So I have so many stories now just in the first, little year and a half that I've been here now. And, one of the stories that I have, and I won't ever forget it to this day, but she came into my office last AEP. It was probably about 4 or 5 weeks into me being here. And she sat down, and I won't ever forget about it. She took off her hat, and she was completely bald. She sits down and she goes, "Hi, Kyle, how are you?" So I said, "I'm great. We go through a drug plan." She goes, "Okay." She said, "Well, I'm really concerned because I went to the doctor and they had to do a surgery. You can see that I, had cancer." I said, "Okay." She said, "I went in for surgery, and on the operating room table, I looked up and I went to the surgeon and the anesthesiologist. I said, 'You both are on Medicare, right?' And they both looked at me and they said, 'Yep, no problem.' So we went forward with the procedure. Everything was done." She goes, "But look, I got this bill for $7,500 from this anesthesiologist, and I got this bill for another $7,500 from this anesthesiologist." She said, "I thought on the plan that I was on, I wasn't supposed to get any bills." And she said, "I can't figure out who to call. I can't figure out anything." I said, "Okay, well, let's take a look at them." And we're doing this in our 20-minute prescription drug appointment, right? So we've gotten her drugs done real quickly because we got her taken care of, and now we're looking at this. We look at it, they were the explanation of benefits from Medicare. It had the anesthesiologist and the billing numbers and phone number on there. Well, out of my folder of knowledge, right, because I didn't have a drawer at the time, so it was my folder of knowledge, I pull out what's called the CMS's booklet for non-Medicare approved items, okay? And what it was and what I told her was, "Here you go, here's the booklet." I said it was their responsibility to provide to you in writing before your procedure was done that anything that they were going to do might not be covered by Medicare, and they had to have you sign off on it. I said, "If they didn't do that, did they do that?" She said, "No, not at all." I said, "Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to pick up the phone and you're going to call." So she leaves my office. I get a call from her next day, a couple days later, I can't remember exactly, but she picks up the phone and she goes, "Hi, Kyle, how are you?" I said, "Hey, what's up?" She goes, "You'll never guess what happened." I said, "What?" She says, "I called them up and they said, 'Hello, yes,'" we'd call her Mrs. Smith, right? They go, "Hello, Mrs. Smith. Are you ready to pay your bill today?" And she said, "Well, no, but actually I've got this document that says that you guys didn't provide to me in writing prior to my procedure that they weren't covered. How would you like to handle this?" They said, "Hold, please." Left her on hold for a couple minutes. They come back, "Okay, Mrs. Smith, no problem. Your bill's been taken care of. You're all set. Have a great day." So she called me, nearly in tears, how excited she was that she didn't have this $15,000 bill that she thought she was going to be responsible for. So it's those kinds of stories. I mean, you can see I get teary-eyed now just thinking about it. But it's those kinds of stories that we get to where we're able to save people money, provide them with the real answers of what they need or want for their Medicare and for all of their retirement needs. And that ability to help them is really what just gets me up every single morning and, fills my heart with joy.
Yeah, and Kyle, that is the greatest feeling ever. That is a very rewarding feeling when someone has such an issue. That's a big issue. That's a big bill. We're able to solve that problem and saved her quite a bit of money and heartache. And that is just the most rewarding thing that you can feel.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It gets emotional sometimes here in the office because you got people that, you're dealing with some real serious issues sometimes. And, it's one thing that we joke about it, that, a minute that a client sits in front of us that we expect, at least 20 to 30 years from them, from the time they're retirement or Medicare eligible, and we're asking people to go to their 95th birthdays. And when you start getting clients that are in their 85, 90, 95, even 100, we've got clients that are over 100, you start to really get into some issues with them, and you just, you get real close with them. Every year we meet with our clients year in and year out. And, even this year, with just being my second AEP, I've already got clients that, "Hey, we met with you last year. We were so excited to meet with you again this year." And it's those connections that we build and the ability just to be able to help people that makes it all worth doing.
Wow. And that's why you fit right in as a certified Medicare planner at American Retirement Advisors. Just everything you just said. And I want to know, did I leave anything out? Is there anything that you want our viewers and listeners to think about going forward?
Well, I think one of the things that we talk about is that whether you're a client of American Retirement Advisors or not yet, and you're listening to the show, that we're here to help, right? I mean, we've said it, I can't even count the number of times that I said help in this, interview today, but that's really all we want to do. That we're never here to sell you anything, we're never here to do anything like that. And our end goal every day when we meet with people is just to help them. And if you're on the most appropriate plans for you, we're going to tell you. But we're also going to be really blunt and tell you if you're not. And not only are we going to tell you if you're not, but we're going to show you, we're going to give you the facts and the math so that you're able to make that educated decision about which plan really makes the most amount of sense for you. Because the guy that came knocking on your door 4 years ago that signed you up for that plan, he's long gone, right? He's never shown up again. Whereas for us, we take 6 weeks out of our lives where I don't see my wife, right? I'm here, we're here from 6 a.m. in the morning till 8, 9 o'clock at night. I mean, it's dark when we get here, it's dark when we leave, but that's also that we can help our clients every single year. And we do whatever it takes, right? We're going to jump over it, we're going to crawl under it, we're going to dig our ways through it to get to the right answer. We don't expect those easy answers, right? We're never going to go the easy way out. We're going to find out the most appropriate answer for our clients, regardless of how much time and energy it takes. And people think that comes with a huge price tag. And, it's one of those things that we don't ever charge our clients anything for anything we do. So if you're out there and you're confused about Medicare, or you're just really got questions about anything when it comes to retirement planning, just give us a call. One of us here at the office is more than happy to sit down and take some time and just meet with you, because we want to make sure that you're taken care of, because you deserve to be taken care of.
Right. Well said. And Kyle, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We were all super excited to have you on, and I'm sure we'll have you on another episode. We already had you on the roundtable. Now you got your interview, and I'm sure we'll bring you back on soon.
I'm sure we will. We got so many things to talk about and educate these people about, so it's fantastic. So I look forward to not only seeing you soon, my friend, but all of the viewers out there. So you guys have a great day. It's my pleasure.
Thanks, Kyle. Wow, what a great interview. I was so excited to have him on the show, and he's still meeting with clients. So if you'd like to see our certified Medicare planner, Kyle Jacobs, just give us a call. Now, that's all we've got for this week, but don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our page, and share with all your friends. But most importantly, have a great week.